Vietnam's fairy tale. The Tale of the Sand Crab Part 2. At that time, the spyman was sent to all directions to get the news. Right on the next day, Sand Crab was released because his work was correct, therefore people would have time to prepare for the enemy. Being set free, Sand Crab walked back home. At dusk, he arrived in the pink flower region. He went to the house of his very close friend Trần Anh to rest. Seeing the old friend, Trần Anh and his wife were overjoyed. Hearing that he had been handcuffed and almost lost his life, the couple was sympathetic. Seeing that there was nothing good for dinner, Trần Anh went down to the kitchen and said to his wife, "My friend came when our kitchen had nothing to eat. As our pair of geese has grown up, we kill one to treat our friend tomorrow before his departure." The wife agreed and told her husband to get up early in the morning to catch the goose and help her with the feather plucking. While the couple was discussing, the pair of geese outside in the barn overheard the story. The gander told the goose, "My dear, stay and raise our children. I will stand out for the owner to catch." The goose did not agree, asked to take the death instead, but the gander was determined to sacrifice, so he ran out to bid farewell to the gosling. "Kids, you stay with your mommy. I'll never see you again." But the female goose waddled along, demanding to die for her husband. Sand Crab was lying on the wooden bed next to the window, overheard the lament of the geese. He suddenly felt sorry for the innocent animal that had to leave the little children because of him. He intended to tell his friend beforehand, but found it inconvenient, so he chose to wait at the goose barn for his friend in order to stop him. Though being tired, he didn't dare to sleep that night. Right there, around the fourth watch of the night, Trần Anh woke up and walked to the barn. The gander waved the goose away and stretched its nets for Trần Anh to catch him. When Trần Anh was about to cut the gander's throat, Sand Crab flipped over, ran down to the kitchen and grabbed the knife. He said, "Please release him. I don't like laughter. Our friendship doesn't need good feast. If you kill him, I'll leave right away." Seeing that Sand Crab was so determined, Trần Anh released the gander and urged his wife to run to buy baby shrimp to treat him. After the meal, Sand Crab bid his friend farewell and set off for home. Arriving at the pond, he saw the goose couple with their gosling there. The gander gave Sand Crab a jewel and said, "Our deep gratitude to my lifesaver. In order to pay back your deed, we would like to give you this jewel. When wearing it, you can walk underwater as easily as on land. If you bring this jewel and throw it into the water, it will vibrate to the bottom of the sea." The gander continued, "As for the baby shrimp that died for our lives, from now on, we goose will not eat baby shrimp in gratitude." Sand Crab did not expect such a generous return and happily accepted the trade and left. When he reached the river bank, Sand Crab wanted to test the effectiveness of the new gem, so he stepped into the water with all the clothes on. Strangely, the water split into a path for him to go straight to the bottom of the river. He walked around for a long time, then threw the jewel into the water several times to try. That day, the Dragon King and the courtier, being at the meeting in the water palace, suddenly found the castle and all other architecture shaking, on the danger of falling. Everyone was in the scurry about the cause. The king immediately instructed his men to investigate the matter. The men of the Dragon King followed the wave path into the estuaries to see Sand Crab throwing the jade into the water. Each time he did, they felt a tingle of headache. Although they knew that he was a culprit, they did not dare to do anything, only came forward to invite him for a visit to the Water Kingdom. Meeting the Dragon King, Sand Crab said that he had just tried to see if the spell of the jewel worked. The Dragon King and the courtier heard this with wide-eyed. If he really meant it, how would the water kingdom exist? Therefore, the Dragon King treated Sancraft very well. He had what he wanted. Before he left, the Dragon King had brought a lot of gold and silver to give him for favor. Sancraft came out of the water with the Dragon King's subordinates, sending him home. His neighbor was so delighted for him as nothing happened to him, but he also became rich. Since then, Sancraft treasures his two gems. He sewed a pouch for them and always wore it around his neck. One day, he walked half a day to a relative's house to attend a death commemorative day. When he arrived, Sancraft touched his neck and was startled to know that he forgot the jewel pouch at home in a hurry. He could have no heart to it. Everyone was surprised to see that he had just arrived to the place, then hurriedly returned. But when going home, he could not find the jewel pouch anywhere. His heart dropped heavily. Looking for his wife, he could not find her either. So impatient, he rummaged everywhere. He finally caught a piece of paper written by his wife attached on the incense table. His wife wrote that the person from the Dragon King told her that whoever got the jewel pouch to offer to the Dragon King would be made queen. Therefore, she had stolen his jewel pouch and brought it into the Water Kingdom, so he should not find her. After reading his wife's letter, Sancraft fainted. He did not expect his wife to act like that. He also did not imagine the Dragon King conspiracy. Thinking of the two jewels, he was furious. Eventually, he intended to fill the sea with sand to make the path down to the Water Kingdom, because he still remembered the path to the Dragon King's palace. Despite everyone's discouragement, he did not listen. He moved to live near the beach to do the job. Day by day, he drove the sand cart to the shore to fill it up. Until his death, Sancraft refused to give up his work. He turned into a beechcraft or sandcraft, day by day carrying sand to fill the sea. The proverb has a saying, Sancraft carries sand to the eastern sea. A lot of hard work just in vain. It is also said that today, the geese never eat baby shrimp because shrimp died for their ancestors in the past. People also say that the geese have the white crest on their heads as the warning sign for Sancraft who saved their life.